Period. What's up, you guys? What's up? It's your girl, Maisha. Happy Monday. All right. This is the current energy for the week. Whenever you come on to this message is when you're meant to hear this message. I'm so excited. I'm happy. It's a new week. Okay. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Okay. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. So I hope that the energy is great for the week. I hope you guys hear something that provides you with some clarity, some enlightenment, some confirmation. Y'all know it wouldn't be me, child, if I didn't do some primping and some propering out here. One thing you will learn is I feel like when I come on live, it's time, where we can get personal. And I always have to make sure my eyebrows, are fine. But anyway, it's Monday. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? Hi, Roro, Tube Solo. Thank you for being here. Again, if you're just tapping in, I appreciate you guys stopping by. You're catching this live, all right? Or if you are catching the replay, I appreciate you guys being here. Let me let you guys know that we're going to be having some membership only live soon, you guys. I'm excited to do some love readings and some ancestral readings in the membership section. But I know you guys didn't come here for that. Let me go ahead and get right into the energy reading for the week. What's the current energy, Holy Spirit? What's going on? Happy I got you live. I can never see your replays. Roro, my replays are usually available 48 hours. So I go live Monday through Thursday, right? So Monday's replay will be available on Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. You see what I'm saying? So if you guys are ever wondering when my lives will be available for a replay, it's usually 48 hours after I go live, okay? Just to let you guys know. Yeah, just to let you know. It just does better for the algorithm, and it also just helps me categorize the readings appropriately so that I'm making sure that, everybody gets a hold of these clarity moments, all right? My name is Maisha. I'm the Goddess Flame. This is the Kingdom State of Mind. Shout out to my fam bams here, all right? My day one, my A1s. Shout out to the super chatters, the gifters here. I've been appreciating you guys with those gifts. I really do appreciate it. Your donations are very much appreciated. The more that you engage with this channel through likes, commenting, gifting, or becoming a member, the more I can pick up on your energy, you guys, and provide that clarity that you need, okay? Yeah, I've just been, you guys, I've just been figuring out how to really maximize my visibility here. So that's the best way to do it. But I am releasing videos or lives, shorts daily. So I am going to be, releasing content where to come out daily. So just give me a moment, you guys. I'm trying to get into the groove of things. It's only me right now. Hopefully that'll change. But greetings, everyone. I'm going to start out with some angel messages, you guys, okay? Because it's Monday. All right, let's see what the angels have to say regarding the energy for the week. Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors of the highest white light, please allow me to channel only the messages of the highest white light. Anything not of the highest white light, please close and shut that door respectfully. Archangel Michael, please protect my energy, the energy of my loved ones, and those that are viewing this message now or later. Let's see what we have out here. All right. Yeah, one more. First card out is spiritual growth. First card out is spiritual growth, honesty and communication, and inner child healing. So I feel like I feel like somebody needs to be honest about that. I feel like somebody needs to be honest, about the inner child healing and the spiritual growth. And hey, Essential Love, welcome in, beloved. I feel like you guys, if I can be honest with you guys, I feel like this spiritual growth and inner child healing with the honesty and communication, being honest with the people in your life about your growth, about where you are spiritually and growing and healing is important, especially for people that love you or you love, And I feel like that needs to be, you know, a communication. That needs to be a conversation that needs to be held. And I can kind of relate to this energy here because I find that every time I ascend, there's a new level of me healing, you know? I'm like, oh, that part of me is not healed. Oh, I'm still holding on to some resentment in that area. You know what I mean? I'm always looking for an opportunity to take accountability for myself in areas that I need to grow in. But also, too, you guys, thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm feeling like this is some boundaries. Okay, I feel like some of you guys have put in the work when it comes to your inner child healing. And so you have certain boundaries. You know what I'm saying? You have certain, and you need to communicate that. You need to communicate why you're like this, why you refuse to be, you know, lenient when it comes to your boundaries. So let's kind of see what that's about here. I feel like you guys need to be okay with telling people, look, I've grown so much past certain things that I'm not willing to compromise in these certain areas. You know what I mean? And that's just having communication. That's just having a conversation. So for some of you, that may need to happen. I'm seeing the number 22 here, which is my pathway. Okay, and the 22 and 8 is just giving me a series of 22s. I feel like you guys have this clear pathway to go on. And those that are going with you, those that are traveling on a certain path with you, they need to be able to understand why you are like, you know, why you are the way that you are, why you think the way that you think. But let me see. Let's see what Spirit is saying with this honesty, communication. The first card out was spiritual growth. So let's look into that, all right? Let's look into this spiritual growth energy here. Okay? Spiritual growth. What are you meaning by that? Oh, yeah, I'm seeing this third eye. Yeah. Yeah, there's a burden here. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so your spiritual growth is a burden to somebody here. Your spiritual growth is a burden. Isn't that... Okay, let me calm down. How is your spiritual growth a burden? Because you're getting good luck and karma, right? But it's a burden to somebody. It's a burden to people, places, and things because you're getting good luck. And, you know, you're getting a cycle of good luck because you've spiritually grown. Yeah, the Queen of Cups energy here. People are watching you, realizing, you know, you've grown spirit. You're not who you were. You're not who you were. You are not the person that you were yesterday, the day before, whether you're a masculine, whether you're, hey, Black God. Good to see you. I'm glad you popped in to see me. I appreciate you. Listen, you're not who you was, you know, and your spiritual growth is a burden to somebody. I heard people. I heard your spiritual growth is a burden to people. Okay. I also heard your spiritual growth will be a burden to people. Okay. They ain't ready to mature. Yeah. Let's see what this burden's about, child. You're not, okay, damn, I'm channeling. It's because you've grown spiritually, you've grown past their gossip. That's what I'm picking up. It's their gossip. It's whatever they have characterized you as, you've grown past that. You've grown past that. So you're no longer fitting in this narrative. Look at that, strength card. Your strength is a burden to these individuals. They wanted you to seem weak. The Empress, you've elevated. You've ascended. You've elevated. Money, always about money. They can no longer steal. Black God, stay with me. Black God, don't get ahead of the game. Your spiritual growth has outgrown the lies, the gossip, and the character that these people try to put you in. You've ascended. You're not who they say you are. It's an embarrassment. That's what I'm hearing. It's an embarrassment because you're not who they said you are. Damn. They said things was over for you with the death card. Here she go. Here she go. They said things was over for you with the death card. They said things was, get off my plugs. They said things was over for you. The Empress. Surely, surely you wasn't going to elevate. Okay. Surely, surely you wasn't ever going to reach this position, this ascension. Surely, surely. Good news. You get to celebrate. Something's coming in for you. The Hangman. You got the right perception. Somebody tried to delay this here. People could have tried to delay this. This is why. So these people said something was over for you. Who the fuck be, who be out here counting people out? Who be out here counting people out? You got the death card. What's the death card here? The death card. What's the death card? King of Wands. So this King of Wands, you could be a masculine or feminine. Take it as it resonates. They said something was over for you. So the King of Wands is about leadership. The King of Wands is a leader. Okay, so I said, what did they say was over? Your leadership, your ability to lead, your authority, because the King of Wands is also an authoritative figure. The King of Wands is also attractive. The King of Wands gets a lot of attention. So all of this was over for you. The Hangman. Again, somebody tried to delay you being a leader. Whoever I'm talking to, you're a leader. You have some type of authority. Some type, okay, I'm hearing God-given authority. Like this is literally dropping in my spirit. So y'all got to apologize. I'm literally allowing the channel messages to come through. But I'm hearing some God-given authority here. This is what they said was over for you. God-given authority here. The devil. So either you are this King of Wands, okay, this leader, this person that was persevering, or this King of Wands is who said something was over for you, a devil energy. Maybe this person, what is this King of Wands to the death? Yeah, so there's a King of Wands out here that called judgment on you. King of Wands, judgment to the Nine of Pentacles. Somebody called judgment on you. It don't have to be this King of Wands, but somebody called judgment on you. Being the Nine of Pentacles, somebody that's single, sufficient, stable, all by yourself. It's been a whole lot of independent energy out here, okay? Independent thinkers, loners, independents. Wow. Look, somebody betrayed you. The justice. Somebody called judgment too soon. Somebody called judgment on you too motherfucking soon. It could have been somebody with a leader. Could have been somebody that had authority, okay? Could have been a visionary, okay? This could have been an employer of yours, okay? This could have been somebody in your life that wanted to have leadership over you. They called judgment too soon. Something's over for you. Thank you, Kane. Can I get a reading, please? Kane, it's down in the description, my love. All right, it should be down in the description or in my about page, okay, baby? Judgment. Somebody called judgment on a Nine of Pentacles. Somebody that's single, sufficient, stable, independent, by yourself. Mind your own business. Yep, somebody said you would never have a new beginning. What's up, Clutch? I see you, Fred. Baby, I know you ain't back here biting on my motherfucking purse, honey. We're about to have a problem. Don't get in no trouble. Somebody said you would never have a new beginning. Don't go over there. Somebody said you wouldn't have a new beginning. Somebody said you would not. This is crazy. Somebody called judgment on you while you were going through your spiritual growth. Why would they do this? Somebody wanted to hurt you. I don't like these messages. Okay. Damn, you don't like me, Clutch? You don't like me, Clutch? Clutch don't like me. Clutch don't like me. What I do to you, Clutch? Let me show the people. You don't like me, Clutch? Clutch is upset, child. Somebody called judgment too soon, child. Hey, Coach, with the purple hearts, royalty. I see you, ma. Thank you. Somebody called judgment too soon on your new beginning here. Okay. Surely, surely, you wouldn't have a new beginning. Surely, surely, you would never. Karmic lover. I had to see who this was. So you got a karmic lover out here. Two of Cups in the reverse. All right. This is somebody who you didn't choose or somebody who didn't choose you here. All right. For a solid foundation. Oh, I'm not choosing her. I'm not choosing him. Surely there'll be nothing without me. I'm not in that person's life. There'll be nothing without me. They can't go on without me. They would never, ever, ever have nothing without me. Two of Cups in reverse. I can't make this shit up. Look, the moon. So somebody here did some type of moon magic here. Somebody was doing something hidden here. That's the truth. So, but it's strange though to me, like if somebody don't want to choose you, right? If somebody don't want to be with you, they feel like everything was going to be an end all with them. It ends with them. But the funny thing is, moon energy, they began to hide you, isolate you. But we thought the collective wouldn't be shit without you. We thought the masculine or feminine wouldn't be shit without you. So then why would you try to isolate and hide the divine feminine, the divine masculine, if it ends all and be all with you, right? Somebody literally looked at you as competition. This don't make sense to me. How is your ex? Maybe this was their lover. Maybe they was put into a connection with somebody they felt, your competition. So they had to hide you. Five of Wands. So the competition could get good news. Bitch, I cannot stand y'all. Bitch, I cannot stand y'all. You are lying. Yes, somebody here had to hide you. It says justice to the Five of Wands. So something can be made fair with the competition. So they went somewhere else, chose somewhere else, and then hid you or character defamed you or tried to defeat you. So the competitor could get justice. Bitch, I cannot stand y'all. I cannot stand y'all. This person wanted to win at all costs. I cannot stand y'all. This is why, this is, I don't understand. Justice to the Five of Wands. You bet not. Justice to the Five of Wands. I cannot. So somebody else can be seen as a star. Where they do this at? You got to let me make, you got to help me make this make sense, Black God. When did men and women start choosing an opposing factor as a lover or a love connection and then attempt to hide the person so that their person that they choose? Wouldn't it make more sense to choose the one that's the actual authentic version? Why would you have to choose somebody to compete with your person and then hide them and character defame them? That don't sound right to me. To delay you, that's so evil. Because you had this person up in their head, mental conflict, because this person was competing with you, an emperor. This is somebody who had some level of authority or control, or they was a thief. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. I've never seen nobody choose to go in a different direction than the person I never seen somebody. I never seen that in my life, y'all. I never seen somebody choose somebody else, right? Yeah, it's like you choosing to go in a different direction while pushing this person down. But Spirit is saying it's because so it wasn't so their person that they chose could compete with you. It's so that you wouldn't be able to compete with them. Do you understand? It's so you wouldn't be able to compete with them. Whoever your ex person is looked at you as competition. And so to hide you, isolate you, or dumb you down made you not be able to compete with them. Okay. And I'm gonna give you a prime example. I got an ex that I haven't been with in 16 years. Every time I looked around, him and his corny ass crew was starting a business just like I would start a business. So if I had hot off the block, right? If I had my company hot off the block, then they would do off the block. You see what I'm saying? Then he would come and him and his phony ass crew would do off the block. You feel me? If I started, I have a brand called the Urban Brand Advocate, right? So I got the Urban Brand Advocate. His corny crew would be Urban Brand Advocate. And they would literally start these companies. But these was my little side hustles. And my ex from 16 years ago would turn these into actual businesses. So the reason I know that this could be true for some of you guys is your person looked at you as competition. Not that person, not whoever they were with. This is giving BITCH energy, okay? So the idea was to dumb you down just enough to where you would keep producing so that they could steal. So somehow you overcame that with the spiritual growth here through using your third eye activation. So you were able to get out of something here, okay, by being honest about you healing, okay? You had to heal from this connection. You had to heal from this situation, okay? Whoever I'm talking about here, what do you want the collective to know with the current energy here? So this is the second time this came out. So this is what I'm going to take as the energy for this week. The Wheel of Fortune is in your favor, okay? Mermaid said it's sad when us divine feminines or divine masculines are sent into people's lives to be a blessing and they see us as competition. It's really sad. It's really sad. And it's really sad when you got men and women out here that would rather see you dumbed down than to see you elevated. The current energy for this week, you guys, is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is in your favor here. And I want to let you know, just to be honest, this is not going to be for everybody, but this is for you guys that have really tapped in and done your healing work. Okay? Because I know people like to come over here and grab the energy of the chosen ones, right? But they can't have this energy because this energy belongs to you guys who have done the spiritual growth. You've activated your third eye. Your heart chakra is open. So these are going to be some of the characteristics and qualities here of obtaining this good luck and fortune, Wheel of Fortune that's out, this cycle of good luck. There is characteristics and qualities here that you have to access this energy here. And the qualifications is you have to be able to communicate honestly, right? You got to be able to come in and put your cards on the table, right? That's what I feel like here with the honesty and the communication and spiritual growth. That's what makes you spiritually grown, right? 88 again, 22, all series of 2022, 222. This is telling me your pathway is clear, okay? My twos is about a pathway, a direction, okay? So what I'm saying here is the reason you guys get this good luck and fortune, and I'm going to tap in to see what it is because you guys have done the spiritual work. So what I'm saying is those of you cross watchers here and those of you that like to do energy harvesting, you can't snatch up this energy because you haven't done the spiritual work, okay? This is not your time to have good luck and fortune because you guys need to go back to the basics and you need to do the healing work. Okay, so somebody here, because you've activated your heart chakra, because your third eye is activated, okay, because you're able to be honest with yourself is what I'm hearing. Therefore, when you can be honest with yourself, you can be honest with others. All right, you're about to get some type of good luck. This is a cycle too. The Wheel of Fortune is a cycle, right? Because when you're up, you coming down when the cycle turns. When you're at the bottom, right, and the cycle turns, you're at the top. You're going to the top. So this is this cycle here of you being Okay, I'm hearing transported to the top. So don't think you're going to just jump up to the top. You got to get on the wheel. First of all, you got to get on the wheel. It's like an elevator. You got to get on the wheel, and the wheel is going up. This is your wheel of fortune. Okay. So there's things that you have to do here. All right. To get to the top here. All right. And look, judgment is in reverse. Remember, in the first spread, we saw that the King of Wands was attempting, or the energy was attempting to bring judgment, right? Right? The reason you get this wheel of fortune is because you're not under judgment, even though somebody tried to call judgment on you. Okay? So judgment is in reverse. There's no judgment here. This is why you get a new cycle. What I'm picking up is that many of you could have also been in spiritual court. You know, this was like a trial, a spiritual trial. I'm hearing a spiritual jury. Okay, so you could add a spiritual jury here while you was in spiritual court, and the determination, all right, has been that you are not guilty of some type of spiritual crime. I cannot make this shit up with the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. All right, you're not guilty, all right, of missing an opportunity here, at being logical here. All right, so this is not a missed opportunity for you here. Somebody just, I'm telling you, Nine of Pentacles, there it is again. It came out. This is the second time. Usually when my cards come out twice, you can pretty much guarantee that this is the energy here. I'm talking to a Nine of Pentacles energy. Somebody, it is your destiny to be single, sufficient, stable, independent, reaping the rewards of your labor are all characteristics of the Nine of Pentacles energy here. And so spiritual court has determined that this is your energy. Your energy is the Nine of Pentacles, all right? Come through, Spirit. And therefore, somebody else is defeated. You defeated somebody in spiritual court. I cannot make this shit up. Somebody put you in spiritual court, motherfucker, and you won in spiritual court, and somebody's defeated out this motherfucker. They must walk away. Now, this could be physical court, but also as above, so below. You know, this spiritual growth, if you look at this, this is alignment, right? 5D, 3D, as above, so below. So this could be spiritual court that happened that manifested in some type of 3D court. You've won. Whether this is spiritual court, physical court, or a combination, you've won. Somebody is defeated. Okay? Nine of Pentacles. Spirit is saying you have won the Nine of Pentacles. That's your status. This is your cycle. That means the universe has to move in your favor. If you think about how the wheel is moving, the universe is moving, how the world is turning, take it as it resonates, it has to move in your favor. You're going to have to result in stability. You're going to have to result in reaping the rewards of your labor. It's going to have to result in you standing and independently and still being rewarded. Nine of Pentacles. I could not make this shit up. This is your elevation and your ascension. This is what the universe has decided for spiritual court, that you are to elevate. So you're the Nine of Pentacles now. Let me break this down. You're the Nine of Pentacles now. See, this is where you're going. So you're stepping on this wheel, right? You're stepping on this wheel that is going up. While this wheel is going up, you're going to have to gain your stability. Okay? The universe is going to see to it. You're going to be reaping the rewards of your labor. The universe has to see to it. Okay? You're going to be able to tend to your own garden. The universe is going to see to it. The Nine of Pentacles is also an independent energy, right? So this is independent of a clique, a group. This is independent of anybody thinking that you need them. This is independent of you being codependent on anyone. The universe is going to make sure it happens for you. Now, as you're moving up with the Wheel of Fortune, here comes the Empress energy. Now, let me tell you about the Empress. The Empress is in a relationship. Okay? The Empress energy is evolving because the Nine of Pentacles is independent, single. The Empress is not single. Okay? So this is characteristics. Now I'm just telling you, as you go up, you coming into connection with somebody. This is a real relationship. This ain't them situationships that y'all be wanting motherfuckers to settle for, okay? as the Empress, you're going to have to. So as you step on the wheel and you're going up, that means you're going to come into some type of connection here that's going to result in a marriage here. Okay? Somebody's going to make the investment. Okay? So again, these are going to be characteristics here as you, no, the Empress is not a partner, baby. The Empress is married. Okay? We know y'all like to have all these situationships and y'all like to be, I'm saying somebody is stepping on the wheel. And on the way up, somebody's going to meet somebody that is willing to make the investment, okay? So we're going to already go ahead and eliminate all you sugarfoots and that want the collective to compromise and shit like that here, because the Empress is coming into, the Nine of Pentacles is coming into a connection here. Queen of Cups. Somebody here, you could also, you know, become a mother. Or you could be a mother, or this is about mothering. That's your justice here. For some of you, the Empress is about fertility as well. It's about birthing something. The Queen of Cups is a mother. So for some of you, you are also going to be given a child, okay? Or children to rear. It says inner child healing. Listen, child, listen. I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't babysit. Take a plan B. Use protection. Tell him pull out, or whatever that consists of. Okay, if you don't want a child, if you don't want to have children, all right. But for some of you, you are destined to have children. Okay, a baby. Okay, take it as a resonance, child. I'm just telling you. Look, I don't got, you know. That's your justice. I'm telling you, justice. It's like this is your justice to get to birth this child, to come into this union, to give birth to this child. What the fuck? Look what's at the back. I mean, it's just what, goddamn. Damn. Somebody here, you're going to have the special kind of child. Star to the Ace of Cups. It's going to be a specific type of baby here, okay? It's going to be a specific type of baby. I don't know, y'all. I'm getting a baby. I'm getting somebody going to get pregnant, okay? Star energy to the Ace of Cups. That's going to be your gift here, all right? This is going to be a healer. It's going to be a specific type of healing child here, child. Oh, Lord, have mercy, child. I don't want to read this shit. I don't be wanting to read none of this shit, okay? But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for y'all, okay? I'm going to be doing it for y'all, because, baby, child, somebody's having a baby here, okay? This is a baby here, a baby that's, because if you look at this honesty and communication, that's a womb right there. That look like a womb. Spiritual growth, third eye activate, as above, so below. Honest communication, inner child. That's like Spirit is telling you, all right, that you had to go through this to heal your inner child so that you could birth a child that's going to be like free from trauma, free from like karmic debt. Like this is going to be a particular type of child that comes into, all right, oh, good Lord, have mercy with the sun energy, child. It's going to be a very blessed child, you know. I don't know. Maybe a reincarnated energy here. I don't know. I'm going to stay out y'all business and y'all womb here, okay? But it's going to be a particular type of child here. Listen, like I said, if y'all don't want to get pregnant and stuff like that, then take precautions, you know? Take precautions. What else is out here, child? Knight of Wands energy. Somebody's taking fast action. Okay. I took the hit this life cycle so they wouldn't have to. I'm just giving y'all these characteristics because you need to know the characteristics of your journey, because some of y'all will fuck around and not pay attention to the characteristics, and then you end up in a connection or a relationship with somebody, and it'll be something else. So I'm giving you these characteristics with the blueprint. The Nine of Pentacles, you got to get on the wheel first. You got to get on the wheel first and then elevate, and then you're going to move into these cycles, right? So the Nine of Pentacles is an independent energy of stability, right? You got to work on your stability. You got to work on reaping the rewards of your labor. So you got to put in some work, in order for you to ascend to this Empress energy, where you are to get to this birthing energy, whether you're birthing something new, birthing a relationship, birthing a baby, which I do see. But first, you're going to come into the Nine of Pentacles energy. You know what I mean? You're not going to hop to wherever you are now into the Empress energy. You got to put some work in. Okay? You got to put some work in. Yeah, because the cycle's over, right? You got to close out some fucking cycles, right? You can't be expecting to ascend on a new cycle with things still open. The World card is completion. Something has to be completed. Look, this Queen of Wands energy. You see? So it's like that sensual, sexual, you getting a lot of attention energy. You got to be okay with that cycle closing out, right? Somebody here, this Queen of Wands energy, you could be somebody that has had to persevere through a lot. You could be somebody here that has had to be mystic, become a mystic type of energy, mysterious, in order to get you through life circumstances. And I feel like this cycle is over, where you no longer have to hide parts of yourself or be mysterious, or, let's see what this Queen of Wands energy is. Something's over with this Queen of Wands energy here. Ah, look, your villain era. Somebody here, you were in this villain era. When I see the Devil to the Queen of Wands and this cycle closing out, I think of dark, divine, feminine energy, right? I think of villain energy. I think of dark femme, fatale energy, right? Where you had to be in this energy of protection. That's over. High Priestess energy. You were in your villain era. I see nothing wrong with it. You was in your villain era. You had to be in this mysticism energy, where, you hid parts of yourself in order for you to persevere and get through some things. And this is over. All right. That villain era, that devil energy here, that energy where you had to be in your masculine and feminine energy. I feel like it's over. Yeah, because you're about to get justice here. And this is causing people, yeah, you're getting this justice. And it's causing people to be in mental conflict, because you don't have to be in this energy. Remember I said it's spiritual growth? People could be like, oh, she's a bitch. She's mean. She's dark. Well, yeah. Yeah. Somebody had to be dark. Somebody had to be in their villain era, their dark female fatale energy, or y'all would have ran over this person here. You know what I'm saying? So whatever these people, like I said, that King of Wands, because we saw that the King of Wands was an ex, and you're coming out as the Queen of Wands, devil energy. You had to be in this energy because you had somebody calling judgment on you at one point in time here, but you've grown past this energy. And this is causing somebody mental conflict, because you finally get justice here. When this person was being reckless, impulsive, to cause you a lot of problems. Somebody was putting a lot of stumbling blocks and obstacles in your way, so you had to become dark, to survive, to persevere. The Spirit is saying that's over with this King of Wands. I'm telling you, because you had somebody here competing against you, a karmic ex of yours. So yeah, you had to be a bitch. Yeah, you was mean. Yeah, whatever he said, whatever. You didn't let nobody get away with, abusing you, misusing you, causing you problems, because somebody was trying to put these stumbling blocks in your way here. Somebody tried to make you look like a villain, and you probably had to be the villain, because somebody was throwing rocks and hiding their hands here. The fuck? Okay? Yeah, but that cycle's over with the World card, period. So now you can come into this heart energy. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, that's what's over. That's what's over. You weren't going to be defeated. You're not defeated, but it is over for you to have to be in that energy. 3-3, as I say this, 3-3-3. Also, look, 6-3-3-3. That's ascension. 33 is my sacrificial or my ascension energy. You've ascended. So you went through a dark night of the soul. You know, whoever I'm talking to, you went through a dark night of the soul energy and you came out on top. You won at all costs. You was like, I'm coming out of this shit by any means necessary. Five of Swords energy is usually like deception, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting win at all costs. 333, as I say this again. You was like, I'm going to come out of this by any motherfucking means necessary. And it's either going to be you or it's either going to be me. And you persevered. Queen of Wands energy. This is why a cycle gets to be completed and closed out. Because you like, I'm coming out with my dignity. I'm coming out with my head up high. I'm coming out with my respect. I'm coming out with my name. I'm coming out intact. Boom. I'm coming out with my stability. I'm coming out with my head up high, my dignity, my respect. Because somebody was trying to literally shut you down because they was competing with you. So you had to win at all costs, whatever that looks like. And you did it. Whoever I'm talking to, masculine or feminine, you did it. I see you, Jan. Yeah. And I mean, that's sad. To be honest, you guys, it's sad that you gotta literally get in that energy to survive some of these exes. You literally have to get in that energy to survive some of these exes. Like, why can't these exes just leave you alone? Why do you have to literally go through warfare to come out of these connections? You literally had to go through a death and a rebirth. For some of you, I don't know why I'm being led to tell y'all, like, this last week, I've been focusing on draining my lymphatic nodes, you know, my lymphatic system, because I could feel like my face and my body taking on like, you know, it was just my face was changing. And my guides are so amazing, right? They always send me my resources to heal myself. So I started working on draining my lymphatic nodes, right? My lymphatic system in my face, in my nose. I was already on oregano oil. Y'all not listening. Women, if you've been through trauma, and I'll share some of this on the community board in my membership section, okay? You guys, if you've been through trauma, you need to clear your lymphatic drain. You need to drain your lymphatic system, because your face is going to start taking on and carrying that fluid, and so is your body. I've only been doing it 3 days and I can already see a drastic change. So I'm going to do it for like 90 days or 180 days. So I'll be sharing that in the membership section, you guys, because when these type of energies come, we age, you know, and I'm almost 50, but I know I'm not supposed to be walking around looking 50. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing this lymphatic work. And so I'm going to show you guys some of that in the membership section, because it's going to reduce your aging. Okay. When you go through these trauma situations with these masculines, you hold all this fluid in your areas and it begins to block you. Right? So you start aging in your face. You could even go back and look at like my videos from last week versus this week with just me doing simple lymphatic drainage. Like, when I tell y'all, the difference is so I was like, wow. And I'm just barely doing it. You know, I'm not even getting into like the whole part of it yet. Just clearing out here, right here, doing my facial stuff. You can even see just with 3 days. So look for that if you're look for me to be sharing some of that information, because I feel like that's what these toxic masculines end up doing to feminines. They age us, because if you go back, look at all my photos, I don't look my age. But just somebody being in your energy can cause you to age quickly here. And I feel like you coming out swinging, like, thank you, Black God, you coming out swinging like you did and you surviving, you coming out like that, you guys also need to work on your healing, because there's residue from surviving. There's residue, you know what I'm saying? There's residue from you guys dealing with these karmic feminine and masculine energies that you have to really work on, okay? I don't know why I'm being guided to tell you that, but like, I do a lot of healing, y'all. Because I've had a lot of motherfucking trauma in my life. And I'm really trying to age backwards. You got to be proactive with your healing. You got to be proactive with your healing when you're dealing with karmic energies. But I will be sharing that. I will literally. I'll be showing you guys. All right. So let's see what else is out here for the week's energy. Let me get a different deck. Since you guys slayed the demons, let's work with the believe in your own magic. Yeah. Jan said us healers really get it. Yes. Yes. And even my son was like, Mama, you aging. And I looked in the mirror. I was like, the devil's a motherfucking lie, honey. I'm not aging, honey. I age is backwards. Let me get my shit together. These people be in your energy, y'all. Y'all have to clear these people out of your energy. All right. Let me see. Tell me more. Okay. So protest in reverse. Okay. I'm feeling like you guys had some people here that literally started a revolution against you. I don't know why. I'm going to find out here. All right. They tried to use the universe against you. A shark energy. Look, it got shark. Swim the other way. But it's in reverse. You don't got to swim the other way. You know how to swim. You know how to swim with these sharks. Somebody here started to try to start a revolution and use the universe against you. I'm telling you. Somebody tried to use your support system against you. Somebody literally tried this. And it said, think before you judge. I'm talking about these is witches and warlocks here. They could have even put you on an altar. These people could have buried you in a jar. These people could have been doing all kind of spell work on you here. All right. I'm telling you, they was even doing like weight gain, beauty magic. I ain't gonna lie, because I'll toast some shit up the last 4-5 days. I'm real disciplined in how I eat, y'all. But when I tell y'all I went ham last week, baby, I ate everything under the motherfucking sun. I was like, oh my God. You know, every now and then you have a setback or whatever. But I'm saying these people, I'm telling you, y'all. It says it's time for healing, not war. Somebody here, I'm telling you right now, do it for you. Do it for you. Some of y'all need to heal. Like, y'all need to really, really, really heal. I ain't saying, get up in the morning, you know, and meditate or pray. No, I'm saying y'all got to be proactive with your healing. Y'all need to implement some healing rituals, because the type of spell work these people was doing on you, I'm hearing they was doing it day in and day out. Every moon cycle, day in and day out. Okay? And I'm telling you, they was even doing spell work on your body. Some of you guys, you could be having stuff going on with your body right now. That's spell work. These people got you on altars and shit like that. You have to be it says it's time for healing, not war. I'm telling you, somebody here, these people, they're doing spell work, okay, on your body, okay? We can't expect to do the work we need to do as healers if we aren't healing ourselves. I'm telling you, Mystic, I'm telling you, can't be a healer unless it starts with you. And I was telling, you know, I had a friend of mine, well, I thought was a friend of mine. And, you know, he kept saying, you know, you need to do a website. You need to put yourself out there. I was like, no, because everything that I'm doing for myself is what I'm going to offer. And I have to do it for me first. I have to work on me so that I'll be a byproduct of my own healing, you know? So, Mystic Sunflower, exactly what you said is so true. Okay, so some of you guys could be healers right now, but I'm telling you, somebody literally waged a spiritual war against y'all, and y'all don't have no healing rituals that y'all do. None, y'all don't have no healing rituals. Y'all have to be very careful. Let me see what this protest in reverse. I'm telling you, somebody came against you. I can't look. Five of Swords, Decepticons. You got some people that's Decepticons in your energy that is trying to wage a war against you. It says, let's start a revolution, but it's in reverse. For some of you, this has already happened and you've won. You've won at all costs with the Five of Swords energy. You have won at all costs, okay? Black God, you got to do more than call your energy back, baby. I'm telling you here, but you don't got to listen to me. Hermit energy, some of y'all need to isolate. Some of y'all need to seclude. Some of y'all need to go within. Y'all need to take some self-accountability. Like some of you, baby, you got to do more than call your energy back when you're dealing with witches and warlocks who put you on an altar. They could be doing death magic, moon magic. They could be doing dirt magic, graveyard magic. They could be doing mirror magic. You never know what these motherfuckers is doing. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Come through, Spirit. Come through, Spirit. I don't know who I'm talking to today. Whoever I'm talking to, Mystic Sunflower, my members, y'all came out that motherfucker with the Five of Swords. Y'all was like, I'm winning my own motherfucking justice at all costs with the Six of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. Whatever you did to close out that motherfucking cycle, you came out. When I tell you, you said you're going to win at all costs by any means necessary, that's exactly what the fuck. You was determined to come out of there. Not only with what's fair, but what belonged to your ancestors. Do you understand me? The Ten of Pentacles is about ancestral legacy, lifelong legacy, long-term success, right? You said, I'm not just coming out there with what's fair, with what I should be given. I'm coming out with what my ancestors deserve as well. I don't know. Damn. Damn. You said, I'm coming out with what belongs to my ancestors as well. Damn. Whatever the spiritual warfare that you went through, whatever spiritual war, you didn't go in it. This is what, I just got chills through my whole body. I just got chills through my whole body because you said, I'm not just thinking about myself. You said, I'm not just thinking about myself. I'm thinking about my whole bloodline. That's how you went into this spiritual warfare. That's how you went in with this fight. When you said win at all costs, you ain't like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You didn't think about just self. You went in there and you thought about your kids. And then you thought about your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? You was like, I got to do it for the ones before me and the ones after me. And you put up a hell of a fight with this. I'm going to go ahead and pull this I'm going to pull this past life energy because the Ten of Pentacles came out. Whatever you did, you came out with the justice, equal give and take. You came out with fairness, not just with yourself, but you came out with your ancestors too. Ten of Pentacles. You said, I'm not only coming for what's mine, I'm coming for what's theirs too. Damn. Damn. Clarify. Gee. Look at that. Somebody here, you could have made a vow to your ancestor or something like that. Or they made a vow to you. You are the vow. They made a vow that somebody would come through the bloodline and redeem this bloodline. You got the Celtic to the baby. They made a vow. Your ancestors made a vow that somebody would come through that bloodline and redeem the bloodline, and it was you. Community living, health, Look at that, Father. Look, with the war and battle. Like somebody put up this fight. Somebody could have put up a fight before you. Look at that Knight. Somebody, you know what? Let me get out this energy. Let me get the fuck up out of this energy right here. I'm going to get out that energy, and I'm going to save that for my member side, right? Because I keep telling y'all, the ancestors made provision for y'all. The ancestors made provision for y'all. Whatever they fought for, spiritually, physically, it was for you, okay? I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna let them have one more. I ain't trying to go too deep in here today. I ain't trying to go too deep. This say Atlantis. And it popped right over the Ten of Pentacles. With the trees at the bottom of the deck, the root. I don't want to get into this Atlantis energy, but some of y'all are sirens. You know, some of y'all are connected to the water. You got the angels. Some of your ancestors are connected to the water. It could be sirens. Take it as it resonates, child. But it popped right over that Ten of Pentacles here. Like, your ancestors was with you the whole time. Your ancestors was with you the whole time. That's crazy. That be kind of spooking me the fuck out. It be spooking me out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ancestors sitting around and having these conversations, you know, and talking amongst themselves about and making decisions, right, about the future generation. Not even fully knowing, just either having a vision or a dream or an inclination that there would be somebody that comes through the bloodline that would be powerful enough to snatch their justice for them, because they were going through so many wars and so many battles, so many adversities and obstacles, that they fought whatever fight that they could fight, believing that somebody would be able to finish the fight. Look, move in a new direction, traveler energy, take charge and authority. It's like, I ain't getting into this shit today. I'm getting time traveler. This energy says traveler, move in a new direction, Five of Swords energy, to win at all costs. Time traveling energy. Some of you guys could be old, ancient energies, okay? That's for some of you guys here. Like, this is a reincarnated energy here. Some of you guys are old and ancient time travelers. All right, that's what I got here. All right, it's time to ignite your passions here. All right, yeah, take note of the intuitive messages that you are getting and allow that to shift your perceptions here. Spirit said you are not alone. All right, it's time to track down your fears. Okay, you are not alone, time traveler energy. All right, some of you guys are older than dirt. Look at that, 444. All these motherfucking synchronicities in these rooms today. 444, that's my angelic protection number. Heavy, heavy, heavy angelic protection. We saw 333 out this motherfucker. Now we're seeing fours. We're seeing 222, 2, 3, 4. That's all like, that's all synchronicities. 2, 3, 4. That's movement. Right? So we've seen the 2s, we've seen the 3s, we've seen the 4s. That's synchronicities, that's movement, that's ascension, that's protection. A whole lot of positive energy in this reading today, you guys, okay? You are not alone. Ignite your passion here, all right? It's time to shift your perception here, all right? What do you mean, shift your perception, then, Holy Spirit? It's time to shift your perception. Okay, Jan, confirmation. All right, let's shift your perception. Shift your perception about your spiritual gifts. Ace of Pentacles. Shift your perception. Something's coming in towards you about a gift, about an opportunity. All right, that's the plan. Spirit is saying this is the plan. So you need to shift your perception. If there's an opportunity here for you right now, Ace of Pentacles, this could be a gift, okay? When I see the Ace of Pentacles, most of the times I contribute the Ace of Pentacles to a spiritual gift, okay? Or a spiritual opportunity or opportunity, okay? With the Three of Wands, that talks about your ships coming in. This opportunity, the spiritual opportunity or spiritual gift was all the plan all along coming towards you here. That's the plan. Two of Wands here. Okay. Three of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles, spiritual gift, opportunity. I heard loved ones. I heard loved ones. High Priestess, intuition. Somebody here, this is about your spiritual gift, or this is about a High Priestess as your gift. This is your opportunity. I heard loved one. Your loved one could be a High Priestess coming towards you with the Chariot energy. Okay, 444, as I say that again, angelic protection. Okay, period. Make the investment. King of Cups. King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Some type of investment, hard work. All right, but you got a karmic situation. Two of Cups out here with a King of Pentacles in reverse. Hierophant, this is some type of commitment, cult, contract, partnership. All right. So the King of Cups here, all right, working really hard or investing in, all right, but it's a karmic situation out here. Two of Cups in reverse here for a King of Cups or a King of Pentacles. One of y'all is karmic here, all right. What's the King of Cups? Somebody got a karmic family member. Ten of Cups in reverse. That could be backstabbing or betraying them, somebody from their past, trying to get them to juggle a Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody here who's a King of Swords. Somebody here that's kind of cold, okay? Take it as it resonates, child. Listen, I hate to talk about y'all family members, honey, because y'all be loving them motherfucking family members here. All right, I want this to come out exactly how, because it's a story to be told here. All right, so let me reiterate what the fuck I said. I said the Ace of Pentacles here, a spiritual gift or opportunity that's coming in. Three of Wands, that's been the plan. It could be a High Priestess coming towards somebody. Listen, High Priestesses are not liked, okay? Because the High Priestess is intuitive. The High Priestess is wise, okay? The High Priestess has ancient wisdom. We already seen the ancestors here come in and say something about shift your perception. You need to shift the perception about spiritual gifts, spirituality, or the spiritual opportunity here. A High Priestess is on the move here, all right? Now, sometimes when I see the Chariot, I also get that the Emperor is driving the Chariot here. Okay, so the Emperor here, I've seen the Emperor. The Emperor could be the one that's supposed to be moving things forward here when it comes to a High Priestess. But let me clarify. Okay, what's the Chariot to the High Priestess? The High Priestess is on the move here. Okay, period. The Hermit, going towards a hermit. Somebody who's isolated, secluded, or somebody who's also wise themselves. So how you're going to know the High Priestess is coming towards a hermit, okay? Or vice versa. The hermit is coming towards the High Priestess. What is the hermit? The hermit is wise too. The hermit does research. The hermit looks at things deeper, looks at something deeper, looks within, whether that's themselves or a situation here. The High Priestess coming towards the hermit. Why? Okay, this is an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. This is a spiritual opportunity for the High Priestess to come towards the Hermit. Okay, outcome. What's this for? What is this for? Look, to release burdens. Ten of Wands in reverse. The High Priestess is coming towards Chariot, the Hermit, to release burdens. 10 of Wands of a Queen of Swords. Take it as it resonates, child. Listen, I'm just reading the energy. What's the burdens? What's the 10 of Wands in reverse here? Page of Pentacles. Release the burdens of you being able to manifest. Of you being able to manifest. Page of Pentacles is manifestation here. Somebody here, a hermit energy, okay? You could be secluded, you could be isolated, or you could be doing some introspection as why your manifestations are burdened, why you can't manifest. And the High Priestess is coming towards the Hermit to release the burdens for your manifestation so that you can get a spiritual contract, a new contract. I already told you the Ace of Pentacles is out here, a spiritual gift, a spiritual opportunity for you to team up and get a spiritual contract. The Three of Pentacles is teamwork, it's collaboration. It's also a contract, an agreement. You get a new spiritual contract. To manifestation, that's the Four of Pentacles. That's saving. The High Priestess is coming towards the Hermit, or vice versa. Take it as it resonates. It could be a high priest. It could be a masculine or feminine. Take the roles and apply them as they go. Use your discernment. Okay? Coming to release you of the burdens of your manifestation. Three of Pentacles, you're going to get a new spiritual contract or a collaboration or teaming up. Four of Pentacles, to save. To save, because the Four of Pentacles talks about saving, talks about holding on to. Three of Pentacles to the pay. A fucking next level partnership. This is some type of tapping in. Like, this is the Hierophant. This is some type of divine law. Okay? So, what am I saying? There's a High Priestess energy, a wise energy coming towards another wise energy to release your burdens of manifestation, okay? So that you can get a new contract or team up and collaborate to tap into this divine law so that you guys can get a bold offer. Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, something solid. Clarify the Hierophant. The Wheel of Fortune. Y'all coming to do some spiritual work here. 10 of Swords. You coming to defeat something, in somebody's good luck and fortune. You're here to bring some type of karma. That's the divine law to a group. 3 of Cups. Okay. What's the 10 of Swords? Y'all teaming up to collaborate to bring some type of defeat to somebody's strength. Somebody's strong out here. Okay. 2 of Cups. Lovers. Y'all got energies out here that's strong, right? You guys are coming together to defeat them in their strength here. Why? Sun energy, because they're the devil. Or they're in to bring clarity and light. Like, you're going to shine a light onto these South Node energies, these devils. Take it as it resonates, child. I can hear somebody calling somebody a devil now here. You know what I'm saying? This is good news here. So whatever the devil is in your life, whatever that is, okay? Whatever it is in your community, whatever it is, you guys are teaming up together to take these energy strength here. Spiritual work. This is a spiritual assignment here, all right? You're here to bring some type of enlightenment to these devils here. Clarify the Sun. Magicians, these manipulators, spellcasters, warlocks. They're manipulators, all right? Yeah, y'all here to bring some change, baby. The Tower. That's a sudden change. The Tower is shifts, crumble. You're here to bring this down. Magician work, spellcasters, manipulation here to their foundation. Y'all here, this is a spiritual assignment. All right? That's what the High Priestess and the Hermit is about here, child. Queen of Wands energy. The Fool, new beginning. Because remember, we saw the Queen of Wands coming out of this energy. So you get a new leap of faith here. Page of Swords, Page of Wands. Good news. You're going to cause a delay to these people's wish fulfillment. They had some type of wish fulfillment to bring some type of judgment here. Y'all getting ready to stop something here, okay? When it comes to these devils. Whatever the devil is to y'all, child. Child. What the fuck? I hope y'all can pick up what I'm putting down. right? Because I ain't trying to expose all y'all business, your whole mission. You feel me? So for those of you that are receiving this message and resonating with this, okay, you know what I'm putting down. You're going to pick it up. You understand? All right. Again, you guys, my name is Maisha. I'm the Goddess Flame. I really appreciate you guys tapping in. If I say anything that resonates to you, make sure you're hitting that like, share, and subscribe button so that that YouTube will pick up the algorithm and help expose this to other people, you know, that may need this clarity, enlightenment, and confirmation. Okay, your support is greatly appreciated. All right. Yeah, you guys know I have to be careful with what I say, you know. Welcome. Welcome, Krista. I see Fresno is in the house. Welcome. What's the outcome of this situation here? What's the overall outcome? Seven of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Cups in the upright is illusions, fantasies, right? It's even options, all right? In the reverse here, you guys are coming to eliminate these illusions. Like a lot of people live in a false reality here. Okay, so you got a high priest to a hermit coming together to eliminate these false realities, okay? These fake ass illusions, child. And to bring balance, temperance to the world, child. So that y'all could get some type of solid offers, you know? So people in this world, people, places, and things could get solid solidarity, sovereignty, you know, solid offers, whether it's the children, you know, the next generation, right? In order for the generation to receive, you know, something solid, the illusions have to be crumbled. The illusions have to be dismantled here, because if not, then the next generation will follow the illusions. So something has to come about to dismantle these illusions so that the children, the next generation, will be able to see how to receive something solid. Okay. Okay, period. All right. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, because they stuck. Six of Swords. If they don't, they're going to be stuck. Six of Swords, no movement. They're going to be stuck in a loop. Yeah, look, Six of Cups. 6, 6. They're going to be stuck in a loop. Replaying, like history repeating itself over and over and over again. Six of Cups, no movement, just repetitive, past familiar, replaying it over and over again. Yeah. And this hurts them. They're going to constantly be getting hurt. Wounds. Nine of Wands. This is them stumbling block after stumbling block after stumbling block after adversity, after obstacle. Like, it's going to be stuck in a loop. And who got time for our kids to be going through that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, if we as parents do not dismantle the illusions and allow an open path, because we did see 222 come in here, an open path for the children to be able to, you know, receive the good things, then they're going to be stuck in a loop. If you allow this society to keep playing these illusions, the children will get stuck in a repetitive loop. So, you know, there has to be connections and relationships and divine law that stand and put it, highlight to say, this is not real, baby. This is a false reality. You guys need to come out of the illusion and you need to see what's real so that you guys could come out of being in this repetitive, repeat energy of doing the same thing over and over and over again, getting no result. Somebody has to stand up and say, we can't keep allowing y'all to perpetuate this illusion over our children, that this is real. It's not real. This is a false reality. And actually, children, you know, young people, this is what's real. Who is going to be the example? Well, the wise ones. The wise ones with wisdom, the wise ones that are not afraid to go within, take self-accountability, and bring ancient wisdom to the forefront, bring knowledge. That sounds like a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna lie. And my ignorant ass, I was thinking, well, how much do that pay? You know? I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking, you know, that sounds like a whole lot because these magicians and stuff, they make a lot of money, you know, creating these false illusions. So I'm wondering, I'm getting ready to look because I'm thinking, how much does that pay for the high priestess and the hermit, you know, to be creating, you know, this reality, you know, because, you know, bills is bills, you know. So let me see, you know, because these magicians, they get paid a lot to keep, you know, people stuck in these illusions. So let me see if it's some money out here somewhere. Because, child, where the money at? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to see something here. Let me see. I have to figure. Let me see, child. I got to see, child. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a minute. I have to see. Because these magicians, you know, it's money out there to create these illusions, you know. It's they get paid really good. Okay, they get paid really good to create these false illusions for these children to stay in that loop here. So I'm wondering who's going to fund the high priestess and the hermit, because I did see the Hierophant energy. I did see the Hierophant energy, so I'm wondering who's going to fund this mission, because that sounds creating towers and shit and tearing down shit. There has to be some type of wealth or something out here to be creating problems for people and shit. You know, shit. Hold on. Wendy, this live, the high priestess of the collective, love, peace, joy. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. You know, essential love, like for real now. Hold on. Let me see, child. Let me see. Tell me more about this high priest and this hermit, please, Holy Spirit. Two of Pentacles. So y'all will have to adapt, okay? Fast communication is going to come in. So y'all got to learn how to adapt when the communication comes in. You understand what I'm saying? So when you get the intuitive, because you got to think about the high priestess being an intuitive, the hermit being somebody that looks within, does research. When you get that communication, you got to learn how to adapt real quick. Two of Pentacles here. King of Cups. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. What's this? Yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. Yeah, look, the Empress. The Empress. You got to learn how to adapt. So it's like something, you know, the Empress is birthing something new. The Empress. Sometimes a woman can get in places men can't hear. So fast communication. Adapt real quick. The Empress birthing something new. Look, Eight of Swords in reverse. This is like not being delayed. The Empress is not going to be delayed. Eight of Swords in reverse. So the Empress got to be the one to birth this thing here. Fast communication. Somebody got to know how to adapt. Eight of Swords in reverse, child. All right? Because the Empress ain't going to be delayed. Lovers. Yeah. Eight of Swords to the Lovers. The Empress is somebody, listen to me. The Empress is somebody who will not be delayed by these lovers here. Because this is couples. See, the Empress has a power and authority on her own and can't be delayed by these couples here. Eight of Swords. Something significant about that. Eight of Swords to the lovers. The Hermit. The Empress is not delayed. Okay? The Hermit, Four of Wands. The lovers to the Hermit, Four of Wands. That's somebody's housing situation, somebody's stability here, somebody needing to take action of what they don't want to see. You need to be impulsive and reckless, Ten of Swords, to end something, because the Empress is not delayed by no lover, period. The Empress is not motherfucking delayed by no lover. Ain't nothing tying the Empress down. The Empress is free to birth things. The Empress has authority here because the Empress is not tied down. Lovers, but the Hermit could be. Hermit, it's a Hermit, Four of Wands. That's housing, that's community. You know what I'm saying here? The Hermit, Four of Wands, stability. The Hermit's stability. Knight of Wands, need to take action. Hard decision here to end something. Impulsive, reckless. Wheel of Fortune. You got to get on that wheel. Hermit needs to get on this wheel here. Be logical about their investments here, child. That's what I'm picking up here. You got to be able to step on that wheel here. Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, betrayal, backstab here. Somebody here, you got too much shit. Delay here. This is what's hidden here. Past familiar energy. Seven of Swords, stealing time, energy, and or money here. Causing mental conflict too here. Because you missing out on your justice here, period. That's what the Hermit's in the situation. That's why I think I saw the High Priestess coming towards the Hermit to release the burdens of your manifestation, because you in this situation here. If, like I said, if this is a, I don't know, you know, listen here, I'm just, somebody need to adapt. Fast communication. The Empress. Let's talk about it. Empress. What's going on here, Empress? The Empress ain't being stopped by nobody. The lovers, couples, none of y'all. Y'all need to go the fuck on. That's what the Empress said, because the Empress can adapt fast communication, right? Because the Empress ain't delayed, in prison, none of that shit by no lovers. Because we already saw at the very beginning of the reading that the Empress here has prevailed through spiritual growth from a karmic lover. So you still got these love connections, love situations here that could be hindering the Hermit. Yeah, look, Decepticon, King of Swords, Six of Swords energy. Somebody's trying to change something here. Somebody's lover or somebody here. Somebody's trying to change somebody's balance. Somebody's trying to change somebody's destiny here. A King of Swords, Decepticon, trying to win at all costs with your karmic lover. Lovers. Somebody's lover is karmic. Karmic than a motherfucker here. All right? Nine of Wands, child. Like I said, this could be a feminine energy and masculine energy. The Hermit could be tied to a masculine or a love connection where somebody wants to win at all cost. What's the Two of Cups in reverse? That's news. Somebody could be trying to give some type of news. Page of Wands, message here. What's the Page of Wands? To a King of Swords. Somebody's lover, karmic lover, is communicating, telling somebody's business to a King of Swords, some type of authority figure, or this could be a police officer, a lawyer, attorney, or somebody, a hermit. Like I don't know whose karmic lover this is, but it's the lovers. Is talking, running their fucking mouth. Page of Wands. Somebody's karmic lover is telling something. They ain't got no business. Knight of Cups. Trying to, I don't know. Somebody's calling judgment. Somebody's running their mouth in a situation here, okay? Somebody, your karmic lover is talking, communicating message, give messages to a King of Swords, a Decepticon. They attached to Six of Swords that's trying to move forward. Excuse me, Spirit Bird. It's like confirmation here. So these cards kept popping over the past life energy here, all right? So I'm going to take this past life energy and see what Spirit is trying to say in regards to this karmic lover. And here we go. It's so much interest in here because we saw at the very beginning of the reading that whoever the main energy that's resonating with this, you have spiritually grown past a karmic lover. But here's this karmic lover here. And they could be talking, communicating with somebody connected to the Hermit. Yeah, look, somebody here is trying to, we got trees, infinite possibilities. This King of Swords wants infinite possibilities. This King of Swords wants the root. This King of Swords, somebody wants forward movement. A King of Swords, somebody's karmic lover, or somebody is tied to a karmic lover and they want forward movement. And this person is not, they want forgiveness, but they're connected to a background or a legacy here that's not rooted in the collectives, whoever's resonating with this energy, whoever this King of Swords is. I just feel like they are roaming. You know what I'm saying? They're connected to, like, their roots is connected to like your oppressor, or, you know, their roots is connected to your adversary, their ancestor, or the roots. All right. Spirit says you need to forgive this energy here. All right. That's how I feel like you're going to keep your heart open and activate your third eyes through forgiveness. Don't be mean or mad at this person here, because their root is connected to the oppressor here, or the adversary here. All right. This King of Swords energy here. Look, the Hermit. The Hermit is attached to this King of Swords here, whose roots is connected to some type of oppressor or adversary here. You need to make a change, a sudden change. The Tower, the Hermit, is going to have to make a sudden change, because there's some type of fantasy out here, illusion, when it comes to you manifesting. This is why the Hermit is having a problem manifesting. It's whoever they're attached to with this King of Swords. Something has to change in this situation here. All right. I don't know. I don't know. This King of Swords could be attached to the feminine's karmic lover here. All right. Something needs to change in the situation, because this is an oppressor energy. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't give a fuck. Okay. I really don't. Because some of y'all be fucking with the ops. Okay. Y'all be tied into the op, to your own destiny, to your own mission, to your own elevation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe before you awakened, maybe before your third eye was activated, or maybe before you came into alignment. So you are going to have to be the one to make the change. I'm telling you, look, it says leave or travel. This Greco-Roman energy who's attached to your oppressor, you're going to have to leave this situation here. Have trust and faith here. Be strong. Be strong, okay? Yeah, angelic energy. Somebody here, your angels is with you. You're going to have to leave this person behind, all right? Because this person here is an adversary, like a long time, and like a past life adversary here. Whoever this Hermit energy is here, all right? Yeah, this is why you ain't getting no justice here. With the Justice in reverse. This is why something's... I'm telling you, when it comes to this Ten of Pentacles, you not going to fucking get it. This ancestral legacy, see, whoever the first energy is, the feminine came out winning at all costs, because this person is not tied down. This is an independent energy. That's why we saw the Nine of Pentacles with that feminine energy, or the High Priestess energy. That's why the energy comes out that this person's winning at all costs. They're not tied to nobody. This Hermit energy is tied to somebody. This is why you're not getting this Ten of Pentacles, because you're tied to a past life adversary here. Look, your competition. This is why it's tension and fucking chaos. You got to walk away. You got to walk away from whatever you think is your wish fulfillment. This could be a baby mama, Queen of Cups energy. I don't know who this mother figure energy is, baby. You got to walk away. You got to let it go. Four of Cups, Five of Cups. You got to take a loss here. You're going to have to take this loss here. Hangman energy, because this is delaying you here. Somebody don't want to be burdened. You don't want to be burdened, or they don't want to be burdened. This is a burden. You don't want to burden your contract, spiritual contract, your celebration behind this hard decision. You got to be impulsive. You got to be reckless and go ahead and end something here with the Ten of Swords, so that you can get this Wheel of Fortune, child. Listen, let me go ahead and get about this energy, child, because I ain't the one to be bragging on why the fuck y'all need to leave certain people alone. That's why I rock solo all day long. I don't want nobody giving me shit. I don't want to owe nobody shit, because when I get up and I get ready to go, I don't want nobody feeling like that I owe them anything, any loyalty. I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. 0 plus 0 is 0. Stop allowing people to give unto you and to put their ties, soul ties into you. Because then it be hard and it interrupts your generational legacy, because you've intertwined yourself with ancestral ops and adversaries, okay? This is why the initial energy showed up as the Nine of Pentacles, independent. Independent. That's why somebody is coming in towards this Hermit energy, right? So that you could have the energy. It ain't even so much about it's not so much about like the necessarily relationship. It's about the energy. You need the energy of independence. You need the energy of the win at all costs, right? Because we saw the Five of Swords. You need the energy of the win at all costs. You could do this yourself. Ain't nobody coming in to save the day for you, but it's the energy. You get the energy of the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is independent. The High Priestess has cleared the karmic debt. The High Priestess has come out with the Ten of Pentacles, with the ancestral legacy. So having and being amongst that energy allows you to kind of come under that covering. And that is what's going to assist you here. Let me make sure I don't see any bullshit in the game when it comes to this Hermit here. You know, this is why so many people like benefiting off of the collective's energy, because a motherfucker went in and did the work and they come out with the win at all costs energy. But I can't stand motherfuckers that like to harvest the collective energy without making no investment. It's tiring. It's tiring to have to constantly cleanse our energy because motherfuckers don't want to let us go. Y'all enjoy the energetic benefits of being tied to us with no investment. Y'all go and invest in these energies that drain you, that block your future, that block your justice, that block your ancestral legacy. And then you come and harvest our motherfucking energy with no investment. I'm telling you, that shit is so tiring to have to constantly cleanse the energy. It ain't no succubus energy. It's people that really, it's draining. It's no benefit. That's why I really don't even like talking to people on the phone sometimes, because there's no benefit. There's no benefit. You know? Ain't no bills being paid. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't come put no investment over on this side. You feel me? But the energy is so potent. You feel me? Let me see what's going on with this Hermit energy. What's the outcome here for this Hermit? What's the outcome for this Hermit? The Sun in reverse. World card, you got to end it here. The Sun, no happiness. Somebody here, when it comes to not getting any clarity, no happiness, no joy, put that shit to the end. If you're not happy, if you're not getting no joy, if you're not getting no enlightenment, no clarity, put that shit to the end here. Somebody here, you need to go towards your healing here. Oh, child. Yeah, it's tiring, Denise. It's so motherfucking tiring. The Sun card in reverse. If you're not happy, if you're not receiving no joy, if you don't have true clarity, if you're not getting any enlightenment, if you're not getting any sun from the situation, close the fucking cycle out. Close it out. World card. That's the outcome here. All right. I'm also getting somebody here swimming with a shark. It's time to swim away, because the cards popped on top of this card here. You swimming with this shark. Spirit said it's time for you to swim away here. Swim away from this situation. That's what it says here. You know, it's time for you to swim away from this situation. So it popped over these cards. I'm going to go ahead and close it out with this deck right here. Yeah, they need to heal. I'm telling you. Protest in reverse. Somebody here, they're not going to be able to start this protest against you. Somebody's trying to protest against you, but it's not going to work here. All right. Outcome from the Hermit. Because we already seen what the outcome for the collective is, right? Well, the High Priestess here. Outcome for the Hermit. I guess it ain't our business. It ain't our business. It ain't our business. The outcome for the Hermit. Like, that's up for the Hermit to make a decision here. Let me get you some angel messages here. I ain't gonna press the issue. I said originally, what's the outcome here? Sun card in reverse to the World card, right? All right, no clarity, no happiness. I'm closing that shit out. If I'm not happy, right, if it's not bringing me joy, you know, I'm not getting enlightened about the truth of the situation, then somebody's going to close that cycle out here. That's what we can know here, all right? But I feel like when it comes to the Hermit here, that's not our motherfucking business. I ain't going to press the issue. Let me get you some angel messages. I'm going to close this out here. This reading, if you enjoyed this reading, you guys, it will be ready for public viewing in 48 hours. So you could check back here this time, 48 hours from right now, and it'll be available, okay? Take a step back here. Take a step back and close this motherfucking cycle out here. You got angelic protection here. Take charge and action. Somebody, you're going to have to do it. You have to put the work in here. All right? Take a step back. Have honest communication. And this could be what somebody is doing. And this could also, the honesty and communication came out with the first spread when it came to the high priestess energy. You need to take a step back and have honest communication. There needs to be some honesty. There needs to be some communication about the cords that you need to cut. This is some information that either you need to tell somebody, talk to somebody, or you need to have an honest communication. Yeah, and then right after that, look, expect miracles. Once you cut these motherfucking cords, it say cut cords. Once you cut them cords, there goes your miracle. There goes it right there. But you know, that's what's going to have to happen. Spirit says strength and guidance. You're going to get strength. Look, romantic connection. There it is. Like, but shit, you got to cut them cords first here. You got to close this cycle out. If it's not making you happy, if it's not bringing you joy, if you don't have any clarity, you know what I'm saying? You constantly confused or in the dark about things, people, places, and things here. Time to shut it down. Close the, cut the cord. Somebody here, you need to be honest with yourself about taking a step back so you can cut the cord. You could have did this already, past, present, future energy. Take it as it resonates here. Seven of Cups is in reverse. Release these illusions. Release these options here. King of Wands energy, okay? Listen, Seven of Pentacles, you making the investment, working real hard, all right, to close out these options and illusions here, all right? This could be options with different energies here because you know something is coming in that's trying to balance something out for you. With the Three of Wands, something's coming in that's going to balance. Look at that, the fucking Emperor. There go your spiritual elevation, your spiritual opportunity for you to get some spiritual ranking and authority, child. That's what Spirit wants to give you here. You go from the King of Wands to the motherfucking Emperor. If you want it. If you want it, if you want it. Or you could miss the opportunity. Five of Pentacles. Shit, nobody give a fuck. Y'all got free will out this bitch here. You look, Five of Pentacles, you could miss the opportunity at getting your wish fulfillment. But it's here. King of Wands, okay? King of Wands can boss up to the Emperor and receive balance. Or you could miss the opportunity to get your wish fulfillment. All right? That's your reading. Y'all all have free will out this motherfucker. You do what the fuck you want to do here. Okay? The High Priestess is going to come in to help unburden the situation so you can manifest. But you got to be the one to take the action and cut the cords and do what you need to do, child, so you can get them miracles, whatever them miracles is, whatever your wish fulfillment. You know what your wish fulfillment is. I don't. But it's out here. It's right here. Expect miracles. And that's your reading. I hope it helps. I hope I've given you some enlightenment, some clarity, some confirmation. All right. All right, you guys. Until next time. Like I said, I'm usually here at 3 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Thursday. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. All right. You welcome, Roro. You welcome, Mystic Sunflower. Bye-bye.